Soul Land 2 Episode 114. Hua Yuhao joins the army to train Dai Luoli amid a war breaking out between the Sun-Moon Empire and the Star-Luo Empire. The story picks up right after Hua Yuhao left the Clear Sky clan. After arriving in the Star-Luo Empire, he changed his name to Tang Dong and chose to enlist in the army in Mingdo City. He wanted to use his abilities to climb to a high position, so that one day he could stand before the White Tiger Duke with his head held high. Only then would he reveal his identity and use his own status to get justice for his mother, Hua Yuner. Therefore, Hua Yuhao didn't want to take any shortcuts and instead wanted to build his merits starting as a low-ranking soldier. And so, Hua Yuhao officially joined the Reserve Corps, training day in and day out. With his cultivation as a soul sage with twin martial souls, he never got tired, no matter how much he trained. While Hua Yuhao and hundreds of others were competing and standing at attention, two fast horses suddenly approached, riding side by side. On one of the horses was a blonde-haired beauty. Hua Yuhao heard that her name was Su Yun and she was their battalion commander. Because Hua Yuhao had been performing exceptionally well, he was appointed as the squad leader of Squad 1. Immediately after, an officer shouted, "Dai Luoli. Appointed as vice squad leader of Squad 1. As a private first class, you will assist Tang Dong in managing Squad 1. Hua Yuhao suddenly thought to himself, Dai Luoli. That name seems somewhat familiar. Dai Luoli looked at Hua Yuhao, his eyes filled with competitive fervor. Meanwhile, Hua Yuhao chuckled to himself. When Su Yun appeared, he had sensed Dai Luoli's blood flow quicken and his emotions become agitated. Hua Yuhao deduced that the other man must be a soul master and had probably joined the army for Su Yun. He also observed that Su Yun was a soul master as well, with what he could tell was the strength of a four-ring soul ancestor. That night in the barracks, Dai Luoli invited Hua Yuhao to the training grounds. He got straight to the point. Tang Dong, I want you to give me the position of squad leader. He said he only wanted the title and promised that if war broke out, he would charge at the front. When he accumulated merits and got promoted, Hua Yuhao could still be the leader. But Hua Yuhao flatly refused. He knew very well that the other man had the same goal as him, to start from the bottom and become a high-ranking officer. Seeing that Hua Yuhao wouldn't agree, Dai Luoli said, let's have a match. If you win, you give me the position. How about it? Hua Yuhao then nodded coldly and accepted. With his 7-ring strength, he was confident no one could beat him. The next instant, Dai Luoli charged in front of Hua Yuhao, but he was no match for him. Before 2 moves were even exchanged, Hua Yuhao grabbed his arm, spun him around, and threw him to the ground, leaving him completely dazed. After being crushed, Dai Luoli flew into a rage out of humiliation. A white light flashed from his body as he unleashed his martial soul. His body swelled, his muscles bulged, and white fur sprouted from his body. Seeing this martial soul, Hua Yuhao was shocked. Isn't this the evil-eyed white tiger martial soul? However, compared to the true evil-eyed white tiger, Dai Luoli's version lacked much of its imposing aura. The fur on his body was only white, not black and white striped, nor did he have the unique twin pupils of the Dai clan. In the next instant, Hua Yuhao suddenly remembered why the name Dai Luoli felt so familiar. Back then the White Tiger Duke Dai Hao had a concubine who had been very kind to him and his mother, Hua Yuner. But after the Duchess found out, they lost contact. He vaguely remembered that the concubine's child was named Dai Luoli, and he was only a year younger than him. Now, both the martial soul and the name matched up. Hua Yuhao realized Dai Luoli was his half-brother. At this thought, his eyes couldn't help but well up. Unlike Dai Yaoheng and Dai Huabin, he felt no hostility towards Dai Luoli, only familial affection. After all, his mother had helped Hua Yuner a great deal. 2 yellow and 1 purple soul rings, 3 in total, rose from under Dai Luoli's feet. At 18 years old, being a 3-ring soul master was clearly subpar talent, by a large margin. Dai Luoli said with a slight sense of superiority, I don't need to say any more, do I? A commoner is just a commoner. You're no match for US Soul Master. Give me the squad leader position, and I'll look out for you in the squad. Hearing this, Hua Yuhao smiled to himself. He thought that this little brother of his really wasn't cut out to be a soldier, his mindset wasn't ruthless enough, and he spoke quite childishly. At that moment, an idea began to form in Hua Yuhao's mind. Since he had recognized him as his younger brother, he had to train this kid and help him get stronger. Hua Yuhao smiled calmly and said, being a soul master doesn't make you invincible. Defeat me, and you'll be the squad leader. Dai Luoli snorted and lunged straight at Hua Yuhao. But then, he saw a lightning-fast afterimage strike his chest. The next moment, he was kicked, flying 7 or 8 meters before crashing to the ground. Hua Yuhao stated bluntly that Dai Luoli's attacks were as soft as a woman's. Dai Luoli's anger flared instantly, and he charged forward again. But what followed was his complete inability to defeat Hua Yuhao, no matter how hard he tried. For a moment, Dai Luoli began to question his own existence. He, a dignified 3-ring soul master, couldn't even defeat a commoner, let alone become a great hero like his father, Dai Hao. In the days that followed, Hua Yuhao took time every night to train his younger brother, beating him black and blue each time before he would stop. This was a lesson Hua Yuhao had learned in the Qiankuan questioning Love Valley. To make someone stronger, you have to beat them. Beat them hard. Back then, the blue gold figure had dealt with him in the exact same way. You only learn the lesson when it hurts, and then your strength will naturally increase. One night, while Dai Luoli was getting his training, a sudden gasp came from the darkness. Seeing the newcomer, Dai Luoli's face instantly turned bright red. The newcomer was Battalion Commander Su Yun. You can't even beat a common soldier? Dai Luoli, you're really getting worse and worse, Su Yun said in astonishment, looking at the ashamed Dai Luoli. It turned out the two had known each other for a long time. Dai Luoli had a crush on Su Yun, but he wasn't strong enough. Hua Yuhao chuckled. He stated that a martial soul doesn't mean everything and that even people without one can become strong. Hearing this, Su Yun thought Hua Yuhao was talking nonsense. How could someone without a martial soul be strong? With that, she decided to test Hua Yuhao. But in the next second, she was kicked 10 meters away by Hua Yuhao and sent flying. Dai Luoli was horrified and quickly helped her up. Su Yun was furious. For soul rings instantly rose up. At the same time, she unleashed the symbol of the Xingluo Empire's royal family, the Starlight Martial Soul. Hua Yuhao was stunned. He realized she was a princess, and perhaps even Su Jiuzhou's younger sister. Hua Yuhao didn't use soul power, but still defeated her using the Tang Sect's ultimate techniques. The next night, Su Yun fought Hua Yuhao again, but was once more beaten to the ground, unable to move. Dai Luoli questioned Hua Yuhao, "Why are you being so harsh? Don't you know how to be gentle with a lady?" Hua Yuhao mocked him, "Su Yun's injuries should be blamed on you, Dai Luoli. You can't even protect your own woman. What a weakling." Hearing this, Dai Luoli attacked hysterically and relentlessly. After being battered and bruised again and again, his mutated white tiger martial soul finally began to awaken. In that frenzied state, it improved at an astonishing rate, and his evil-eyed white tiger began showing its true potential. The training only ended after he had knocked them both unconscious. The next day, as Su Yun was watching Hua Yuhao, Dai Luoli, and the others train, Hua Yuhao suddenly felt an indescribable sense of dread spread throughout his body. This terror came from the space around him. Just then, the far distance seemed to light up as a piercingly white ball of light shone in the remote distance. A massive earthquake struck, followed by a muffled thunder-like roar that rolled in from the distance, causing the entire camp to tremble violently. The white light had flashed from the direction of the Northwestern Army's garrison, which was also the location of the White Tiger Duke, Dai Hao. Soon, all new recruits were urgently assembled and told to pack their bags and prepare for battle. Battalion Commander Su Yun's face was extremely grim as she shouted, "Tang Dong. De Luoli. From now on, I am promoting you both to be my personal guards. Stand behind me." At this point, she could no longer care about army regulations, and this order of hers would prove to be the wisest choice she ever made in her life. After dismissing everyone, Su Yun said through gritted teeth, "The Sun-Moon Empire. It must be the Sun-Moon Empire that launched the attack." Dai Luoli's face was also grim. As a soul engineer himself, Hua Yuhao could immediately tell that the explosion was caused by a Class 9 soul cannon shell. He had felt this kind of power once before, during the apocalyptic explosion in Mingdo City, and the world-destroying scene was still fresh in his memory. Hua Yuhao wondered anxiously, could it be that after 6 months of holding back, the Sun-Moon Empire is finally erupting? From hundreds of kilometers away, dense explosions rumbled continuously, showing how fierce the battle at the border was. Before long, intelligence finally reached the rear. Su Yun's beautiful face was pale as she said, "The front line has collapsed." Several Class 9 shells blasted a huge gap in the Mingdo mountain range. One of the shells caused the frontline soldiers to suffer devastating casualties. Immediately after, 4 of the Sun-Moon Empire's Soul Engineer legions charged in, forcing the Northwestern Army into a hard retreat. She added that the White Tiger Duke, Dai Hao, was leading the army to resist the enemy invasion with all their might. The hot-headed Dai Luoli wanted to go to the front line to find Dai Hao, but Hua Yuhao grabbed him and slapped him hard, stating bluntly that with his level of cultivation, he would just be courting death. Then, Hua Yuhao looked at the two of them and said, "You two stay here and train hard. I'll go check out the front line. I'll be back for you soon." After speaking, his figure quietly faded into nothingness, leaving the two of them in utter shock. Leaving the military camp, Hua Yuhao quickly ascended into the sky and flew towards the front line. He could see defeated frontline soldiers retreating everywhere. After landing and asking around, he learned the truth: the number of casualties on the entire front exceeded 70,000. After flying to the Mingdo mountain range, Hua Yuhao followed the guidance of his Eye of Destiny, turned, and flew straight north. He realized that in the Sun-Moon Empire's attack, Dai Hao was one of the main targets. In order to kill him, the enemy had dispatched their strongest troops. Dai Hao's retreat to the north was a strategic move to lure this part of the enemy force away, buying time for the main army to retreat. After flying another 200 kilometers, Hua Yuhao finally reached the main battlefield. Along the way, he could see the casualty ratio was 10-1, with most of the dead being soldiers of the Star Luo Empire. At this time, Dai Hao's troops were trapped by 2 Soul Engineer legions, the Evil Eye Soul Engineer Legion and the Peacock Soul Engineer Legion. The enemy was hovering in mid-air, continuously firing soul tool rays downwards. 7 or 8 powerful soul engineers were also hovering in the air but had not yet made a move. Hua Yuhao recognized one of them from the Elite Soul Engineer Tournament, the one who had given him the Sun-Moon Divine Needle, the Starry Sky Doluo, Yi Yulin. At this moment, above Yi Yulin, 2 Class 9 Sun-Moon Divine Needles were circling. The one that Hua Yuhao had given to Dai Hao had been reclaimed by Yi Yulin through some unknown method. Hua Yuhao took a deep breath to calm himself. As an ultimate single-soldier unit, he knew very well that he had to use all available resources to turn the tide of the war. Please give us a like and subscribe, fellow Taoists. Let's continue our chat in the next episode.